Hey guys, welcome to day 22 in the 30 days in finding your strength with brave thinking. And this is Lin Yuan-Su, your brave thinker, your brave thinking coach. Let's say it this way. I'm a transformational life coach. Hello. In the month of April, I've decided to give you this 100% free coaching program that I designed specifically during this interesting and challenging time for many of us. So my intention is truly to give you the teachings, the understanding, the mindset, the support, so you can create something that's that is going to be something you absolutely will love during this challenging time. Regardless, we're going through it. Regardless, this one shall pass too. However, you have a choice to create something either that's not going to serve you if you keep stuck in this mindset of negativity, fear, concern, worry, or you have a choice to create something you absolutely would love. The time is going to pass. That's one thing that's for sure. And we got to create something we like. So that's the idea. Maybe it's a brand new idea for you. And I invite you to lean into that because you have the strength, you have the power in you to be able to create that. Every single day when we get together, we practice a specific breathing technique. So we inhale through our nose and we exhale through our mouth like you're breathing into a straw. One more time, inhale and exhale. As you may notice, even after this 2 deep breaths, with this particular technique, your shoulders are going to be relaxed, and this breathing technique is going to calm your nervous system and bring you back to that grounded state of mind and state of being. And every single day, we also start with a gratitude and celebration of a win for yourself. Find something you can truly say, I'm so grateful for, and find also something that you can truly say, I'm so proud of myself, something about yourself or something you have done for today. And write it down, keep a record of it, and read it throughout the days and throughout your journey during this time, and possibly down in the future. I also invite you to share with your family, your friends, and possibly post it on social media. What you're generating is a positive energy, it's uplifting energy. And as you're sharing with others, it's going to impact them. It's creating that ripple effect that is going to impact somebody for that moment, for that day. And that's what we're doing right now. Today, I want to share with you the experience that is done by Henry David Thoreau. So this book, Henry David Thoreau, was he lived in the late 1800s and early 1900s, so the beginning of 20th century. And this book is called Thoreau, A Week on the Conquered. And so it has 4 different essays. The one I'm going to referring to is in the essay called Warden. It is an essay, however, it's about 100 pages long. So this book, I've been reading it. It is coming from he conducted an experiment, and his intention for that experiment, life experiment, was to find a way to suck the marrow out of life so he can truly understand the essence of living a life. And during he lived actually in a very on somebody's property, and beside a pond. He was there just out of all the modern civilization, in a very small, you could call it shed, you could call it a little house. He lived there for 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. And he called that his life experience. And through that experience, he wrote multiple essays, and the essay Warden is the most well-known. So it's Henry David Thoreau. So I'm going to share my slide with you just to give you exactly what is the coming out from it, the experiment, what is the essence of dream building, truly. So there it is. So the experiment. Once again, this is Henry David Thoreau. When he did this, he was in his 30th, I believe, and then he passed away at the age of 44, so at a very young age from TB infection, actually, which is interesting because at that time, TB, having tuberculosis, was a devastating diagnosis, was a devastating infection. Yet now we're not too concerned about it. Now think about COVID-19. One day, in the very near future, it is going to be the same thing because we're going to develop treatment, we're going to develop vaccines, we're going to develop a proper ways to deal with it. And it is not going to be something we feel feared of, worried about. A lot of what we're experiencing right now is the unknown. We don't know how to handle it. We don't know how to treat it. And there is a possibility of death. So that is very scary, right? Just know that as long as you are believing, leaning into your strength, your inner strength of believing that you're going to be healthy, that you're going to be safe, that you're going to be strong, and this whole virus thing is going to be over with what we can create together collaboratively as human race. All right. So this is Henry David Thoreau, and in the experiment, in his experiment, that's where he lived, in the little, you could call it shed, for 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. I've learned this, at least by my experiment, that if one advances confidently in the direction of their dreams, endeavoring to live the life they're imagining, one passes an invisible boundary. All sorts of things begin to occur that never otherwise would have occurred. One begins to meet with the success unexpected in common hours. New, more universal, more liberal laws began to establish themselves around this person, and the old laws are rearranged in one's favor. Nevertheless, one begins to live with the license of a higher order of being. Let's explain and dive right into what does this mean. So this is a code for dream building. This is a code of living a life you absolutely would love living, instead of just going day by day as you have absolutely no control, right? So first sentence, I have learned this, at least by my experiment, that if one advances confidently in the direction of a dream, of their dreams. Advance, what does it mean? Taking action confidently. What does that mean? Having faith. You design your dream, you have a dream, you have a goal, whatever that is. Maybe it's starting a business, maybe it's go back to school, maybe it is find the love of your life, maybe it is have the health, the vitality you would love to experience, to have. Whatever that is a dream, that is a goal, that is a vision. You need to make the decision to believe that is going to happen. Here's the thing, believe doesn't mean you know how to do it. You leave it to the universe. All you need to do is to know exactly what you want. As simple as that. Know exactly what you want. And then you take action towards that belief, towards, you can call it faith, you can call it belief. You take action towards that. That's if one advances confidently. It's a switch. When you turn on the light, when you turn on flip that switch, you don't ever think about, I wonder if the law of electricity is going to work for me today. Let me pray about it. We know if we turn on the switch, the light is going to come on, because we believe, we have faith in the law of electricity. If it does not turn on, we know it's not because the law of electricity is not working. It is because there's a connection issue. Possibly the light bulb needs to be switched or is out, but there is a connection issue. It's not a problem with the law of electricity. It's the same thing. If you have faith, have the belief in your dream, in your vision, that you know that is the thing you want, then when you take action, when you turn on that switch, the light is going to go on. Sorry, where am I? There we go. We turn it on. One advances confident in the direction of their dreams. You got to know where you're going. You got to know where you want. You got to know where you would love to experience. What is it? Exactly, to the details. You can never go to a builder, say, please build me a happy house, or please build me a dream house. The builder will look at you and ask you exactly, what do you mean by that? You got to give me something specific. You got to give me a blueprint. You got to tell me the kind of house you like to, that's you consider as a happy house, as a dream house. You got to know what is your dream. Endeavoring to live the life they are imagining. It's not like endeavoring to live the life they're living right now. We're imagining our dream. We're imagining our vision. We're thinking about the things we would love to have, we would love to experience. We're imagining, we're using our mental faculty of imagination. And once again, we take action towards that. And so let's do a little thing about the power of imagination. So imagine a goose gets stuck in a glass bottle. Imagine, a goose is stuck in a glass bottle and it has a really long, narrow neck. So how do we get this goose out without breaking this bottle? It's glass, the goose is in there, and the neck is very long and narrow. How do you get the goose out? The answer is by imagining. It was imagination that you put the goose in there for the first time anyway. One passes an invisible boundary. The boundary is in our head. We do not see it. It is called our paradigm. It is our own limiting belief. When we made the decision to advance, to take action towards our dreams, we pass this boundary. We're breaking our old way of thinking. We're replacing with new beliefs. The beliefs that's going to support us, that's actually is about that the life we imagine, our dream, our goal is actually possible. That's what we're doing, and we pass the invisible boundary of our own thinking. All sorts of things begin to occur. It's not about that they were not there. They were there all along, possibly. It's just we were not at that level of awareness to be able to even see them. Once we made a decision to advance towards our vision, our dream, all of those things, you start to have a different level of awareness. And then you start to see them. And one begins to meet with a success unexpected in common hours. Brave thinkers are not common hour thinkers. Common hour thinkers look at what is outside of them. How much time do I have? How much money do I have in my bank account? How much physical ability I have? Then they determine what can I do or cannot do. Oh, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too tall, I'm too short to attract the love of my dream. That's common hour way of thinking. Brave thinkers do not look at any of that. They look at inside, from their inside, their core, to ask themselves, what would I love to have? The love of my life, what would that person be like? When I am being with that person, how do I feel? They use the mental faculty of imagination. So when you meet that success, it is outside of common hour way of thinking. Therefore, it is unexpected in common hours. new, more universal, more liberal laws begin to establish themselves around this person, or the old laws are rearranged in one's favor. Once again, it's not that we're waiting for our outside, our situation, our condition to allow us to do X, Y, Z. It is we advance into that direction because we made the decision of our dreams, and everything else is going to rearrange. Everything is going to work out on its own. How often do you hear people say, when I have more time, I'll do this. When I have more money, I'll do this. I cannot do this because I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of support. I don't know enough people. I would love to do it, but, right? That is a linear thinking. It's based on the conditions, based on the circumstances. As brave thinkers, we actually take action before we can see the evidence, because we believe all the laws are going to work on its own to support us. Nevertheless, one begins to live with the license of a higher order of being. So many people, when we think about throughout history, they have created something that is truly out of their time. That was truly extraordinary. We consider them as extraordinary beings. However, at the end of the day, they're still human lives. They're still human beings. So what is the reason that they are living with the license of a higher order of being? It's because they're brave thinkers. It's because they design something they would absolutely love to have, and they take actions and they don't give up until they create that. So that is my lesson for today. It is actually one of the lessons that took me quite a long time to understand and to grasp. And I hope this serves you. And if you need any even more deep dive into this, I'd love to have a conversation with you. My email is right here. Feel free to reach out directly to me. At the meantime, stay healthy, stay strong, and I will see you tomorrow.